Hi, welcome back to the channel, or if you're new and this is your first time, welcome. My name is Eric, and what I do on the weekends, during the weekdays, I do a lot of business stuff and how-tos, and I like to, on the weekends, just come up and, talk about other things in life. You know, going on 61, and I've screwed up numerous times in my life because we are human, right? But it's how we deal with how we screwed up that differentiates me from possibly somebody else. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if you screwed up, whether it be cheating on a spouse, cheating on college tests and entrance exams, drinking and driving and getting into an accident, which now in New York is a felony, or a bunch of other things where you screwed up. Because it's not if, it's when. Honestly, you will screw up numerous times in your lifetime. But it's how you deal with it, how you approach it, that will define who you are. So I always say, the first thing you need to do is you need to own it. Honest to God. You need to own it. And why do you need to own it? If you don't own it and you pass blame to somebody else, how can you fix it? How are you going to fix it? If somebody else supposedly did something that caused you to do something, then how can you fix that situation or try to remedy that situation if it's out of your control? Because you can't control other people. You can only control yourself. That's the only one I have control over, is myself. And myself only. So if I screw up, the first thing I know I need to do is own it. I screwed up. And then from there, you start to try to correct the wrong by doing a right. And that is apologizing to the person that you may have wronged, a spouse, your DWI, felony rap. But you have to own it and you have to apologize and stop doing it. That's simple. And there's a couple different apologies out there. There's the good one and the bad one. The bad one is when you apologize because you got caught doing it, and maybe you continue to do it and apologize every time you do it. That tells me it's a worthless apology. You're just trying to appease me. And appease me don't work. People make mistakes, and we have to kind of marriage is not simple. You have to work at it. And there's going to be some trial and tribulations in your marriage. And you just have to work through it. But if you step outside the relationship and you cheat on your spouse, then it's going to take a lot of work to try to right that wrong, to show that you can be trusted, that this was a one-time incident, whether you're DWI, it was a one-time incident, You always hear people say, well, it wasn't my fault. Yada, yada, yada. Those are the people that will make excuses for their behavior, and they will never change. We all know them. Maybe that's you. You know, with alcoholics, they have a 12-step program. And I think does the same thing, similar. But they have a point where they say, you know, you have to right the wrong that you have wronged unless it's going to hurt them. And I've always been a firm believer, to a certain extent, that you do need to right the wrongs and then move forward from it. So if you haven't screwed up yet, it's not if, it's when. And how you approach that, on owning it, working past it, and learning from it, will define who you are, of whether you are truly a good person that just screwed up, or if you're one of those people that blame it on everybody else, or continue doing it, even though you keep apologizing and saying that you'll never do it again. Now, if you're doing drugs and alcohol, you may need help. Get into a 12-step program. Get a sponsor. Go to rehab. Get your life on track. And the only way you're going to get your life on track is by owning it. By saying, I am a drug addict or I am an alcoholic. And that's the first step. So hopefully on that note, it's going to help a few of you people out there. It's pretty simple. If you own it, apologize, and don't do it again. Stop doing it. Easy peasy, right? All right, you guys have a great day.